This whole time I wasn't recording, I'm just running my mouth.
Shelly, Aaliyah, Rose, Brian, Darren, and Ulysses, thank you for holding down the fort.
Hi friends. Today we're going to be talking about Miss Rosa Parks. I'm rolling my R's because I've seen the Super Bowl yesterday and Benito got me feeling Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? I'm Puerto Rican. We're going to talk about Rosa Parks today. Born Rosa Louise McCauley. That was her maiden name. So we have Miss Rosa Parks, born February 4th, 1912. She was born in Tuskegee, Alabama, and her mom was a teacher. I can't remember what her dad did at this moment. I will put it on the screen. In 1915, she moved to Pine Level, Alabama, when her parents separated, and she moved in with her grandparents, her mom's parents. So it was her brother, and her grandparents. And then eventually they moved to Montgomery, Alabama. So that's where she went to school at, but she had to leave high school early to take care of her sick, ill mom. So she wasn't able to finish high school. And while her mom was getting sick, her grandma also fell ill as well. So she really never got the chance to go back to school. She was just mostly a caretaker. At 19 years old, in 1932, she met her husband. His name was Raymond Parks. He was a barber and he also was a member of the NAACP. And with the help of her man, she got her diploma, okay? He told her, baby, go back to school. I got it. I got us. And that's what she did. She went and got her diploma. So after she got her diploma, she worked as a seamstress, and eventually she joined the NAACP, and Raymond was very supportive of her activism, and he also was a member of the NAACP, like I said. So of course he was supportive of her activism. So she joined the NAACP as a secretary, and she worked very close with Edgar Nixon. He was the chapter president of NAACP, a railroad porter, and he also was the president of the city's local neighborhood of the city's local brotherhood of sleeping car porters union. So that was like a brief little history about her. So now we're going to get into the real tea. And a little fun fact, the time she got arrested was not her first time refusing to get up. And she wasn't the only person that refused to get up as well. However, she was the big one that really sparked it all up. There were two other occasions where somebody a black person, woman, etc., refused to get up off the bus for a white person. One day, she was leaving her seamstress job, and she said she was not more tired than she usually is. Her feet wasn't hurting more than they usually are. And what happened was, she was in the first row of the black people section. The row in front of her was the last row of the white people section. So she was in the front row of the black people section. She wasn't even in the white people section, okay? So the white people section was all full, and a male passenger came onto the bus, and the bus driver basically told Rosa and some other people to move, and they were very hesitant, and the other people ended up moving. However, Rosa was like, no. Okay, and so he was like, you need to move. Long story short, she called the police. Long story short, he called the police and she got arrested. So once she got arrested, she eventually had to go to trial. And when she went to trial, she was found guilty and she had to pay a fine of $14. The day of her trial started the Montgomery bus boycott, and it lasted 381 days. Over 100,000 black people boycotted the bus system. 70% of the bus was made up of African Americans. Only 30% of white people rode the bus. So that was a big fucking hit for them. And it lasted 381 days. People were riding in taxis, walking, taking the train, like carpooling. They were not fucking with them. And for 381 days, let me just say something. If we as Americans could boycott something for 380 days, that would change so much right now. That would change so much right now. If all of us decided to stop spending our money on Amazon and stop giving money to these big corporates, everything would change. 381 days, everything would fucking change. During the bus boycott, they decided they wanted to do the March of Montgomery. Boom. Guess who led the march? MLK Jr., Big Martin. Fuck is you talking about? Big Martin. The Martin walking and marching down the road was a direct result of Rosa Parks saying no. I'm not sure if they knew each other. I don't know. Maybe they did. But because of Rosa Parks saying no is what led to Martin Luther King doing the march down Montgomery. That was a direct result. It was all in the same time. Okay? I think that's a little fun because a lot of people don't know that. They think like these are two separate things that happen. No, babe, this was all one. Rosa Parks said no. It sparked the boycott. The boycott led to a march. Who led the march? Martin Luther King Jr. What are you talking about? And did you know Martin Luther King Jr. and Frank are the same age? Okay. So then, after the boycott was over, by June 1956, it was ruled illegal for segregated buses. By December, segregated buses were obsolete. My next video, I think I'm going to talk about segregation because it's not what y'all think it is. And honestly, dare I say, this is a bit controversial. Hey, we should have kept segregation. You need to leave. I'm sorry. Anyways, so after she got arrested and everything like that, and that was all over, she really had a hard time finding a job due to her political beliefs and things like that. A lot of people were not interested in hiring her, and so her husband was kind of like the sole provider, and he worked as a barber on the military base, and he actually was ordered not to talk about his wife anymore, which was kind of fucked up because I want to celebrate my wife and what she has accomplished for the Black community. So he eventually left. So after all of that, she ended up moving to Detroit to just trying to get her foot on the ground and find some stability because she had family out there as well, like cousins and whatnot. Once she moved down there, she ended up developing a throat tumor that she had to get removed. Basically, like, she was hitting rock bottom after this. Like, people thought that she was a big hero. No, nobody was really fucking with her. Like, at the end of the day, people were still racist and they were upset. People are upset that Black people have their rights to be free people. They can't eat us no more. That's what they're mad about. So they're on the island eating these other babies because they can't eat us no more. Anywho, so she was having a hard time finding a job and she had the throat tumor. However, the NAACP said that they would cover her hospital bills, which was very nice of them. By 1961, her husband was finally able to work again because once they moved to Detroit, he didn't have all the certifications he needed to continue being a barber, so he needed to get those, and he was finally able to be a barber. And then after her tumor, and she was able to like really get back on her feet, she went back to making garments as a seamstress, and she was making 75 cents per garment. That ain't shit. And mind you, she had a $14 fine. 75 cents per garment isn't shit. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. In 1964, she joined the congressional campaign of John Conyers, and he ended up winning, and he liked her so much that he basically like made her his personal permanent secretary. So that's where she worked until she retired. And John Connors, he would always say that people would come to his office to visit Rosa, and that Rosa was basically more famous than he was, and that people would come send fan mail, but also people would come and send hate mail. The same people that loved her, there were also people that hated her. So they would go to the office throwing watermelons on windows and sending hate mail and calling and leaving death threats, etc., etc. You know how people be when they're upset. You know how white people be when they're upset. Her and her husband co-founded a foundation. It's called the Rosa and Raymond Foundation for Youth or something like that, where they help youth get jobs and vocational training and things like that. She received multiple awards like the Medal of Freedom, and she received the Congressional Medal in 1999. Also, fun fact, it is true that the founder of Little Caesars was paying her rent. When she was 81, her house got broken into. First off, what do you get breaking into an 81-year-old's house? Anyways, her house got broken into, and he paid her rent up until she died, which was in 2005. She died October 2005. She was 92 years old. And Aretha Franklin sung at her funeral. That's a bad bitch. And over 4,000, it's either 4,000 or 40,000 people attended her funeral. And she is the first Black woman to be buried in DC parks. So yeah, that was a little bit about her life. Yeah. Bye.